So EA05, you please mute yourself, and EA06, the team which will present now, please unmute and start your presentation.
Good afternoon, jury members. Nearly a year ago, the COVID-19 pandemic had confined half of the humanity to their homes as the government's sweeping restriction undeniably came as a bolt to the vast majority of us. This is when we brought ourselves to the new crossroad of pandemic and architecture, where the design of built environment is controlled by the fear of contagion. Helen Keller has rightly proclaimed in the 20th century that alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. As future architects, it is imperative for us to be generous and give back the society in whatever way we can. So here we are with a design of a 200-bedded COVID hospital in Andhra Pradesh, as it stands as the second highest state that is badly affected by coronavirus in India. The hospital to bed requirement ratio is quite high, and considering the number of slums present in Andhra Pradesh, it is likely that the spread of virus will be fast and can get out of control. Now, talking about the site, it is located at Duvada, a suburban area of Visakhapatnam city, which is within the range of 10 kilometers from Visakhapatnam International Airport and Vizag Steel Plant for the supply of raw materials, and around 1 kilometer from the nearest bus stand, Duvada railway station, nearest sewage treatment plant, and AH45 for the hospital to serve the patients from the adjoining cities too. The climate of this place is unpredictable and requires structure to be both strong and durable, which can stand heavy winds and high temperatures. Zoning has been done based on the proposed activities, accessibilities, views and vistas, and existing vegetation cover and noise. Overlapping them, we get the position of the hospital and the doctor's apartment. Next, we have visualized and achieved our concept from the function of a pea pod, like a shell of tortoise or nautilus, which ensures proper care, growth, and development of peas within a protective, self-sufficient, and self-contained unit. Similarly, our design focuses on an all-round protective care of patients from viruses and other disease vectors. The facility in turn is again enveloped within a structural steel shield which protects it from the externalities of weather and nature. A COVID patient in a flash gets detached from his routine life, away from the loved ones, and struggle with boredom and loneliness. We have made use of this isolation period to help him reconnect with the nature.
In
So,
our
in our
design,
design,
we
we
have
have
tried
tried
to
to
incorporate
incorporate
green
green spaces
spaces
and
and courtyards
courtyards
to
to
enhance
enhance
the
the
air
air
quality,
quality,
which
which
will
will
serve
serve
as
as
a
a
therapeutic
therapeutic
agent
agent
for
for
the
the
respiratory
respiratory
disease. We
disease.
also have
We
used
also have used steel wind chimes to create musical aura in and around the hospital building to aid to the speedy recovery of the isolated patients and to soothe the tiring doctors and staffs. In our design, we will be considering the main hospital building as the P and the steel encasement as the pod, which will protect it from the harsh weather conditions and natural calamities occurring in Andhra Pradesh. For the ease of construction, within a span of 100 days, we have incorporated the idea of modular design, where the module sizes would vary from 6 by 3 meters to 6 by 12 meters, and this is possible only because of steel. Next, coming up with the phases of construction, we have kept 30 days for factory production and parallelly excavation and foundation at site with readily available materials. In the next 20 days, landscape elements will be installed on site along with the installation of the prefab walls and floors. Following which, we will require 40 days for all the MEP works, services, and completion of the final structure. We have deliberately kept 10 days reserved in our hand to utilize them as and when necessary so that we can deliver our final product within the stipulated time. Here, we see the site axonometric view. The 10-acre site has an 8-meter abutting road which connects it to the Asian Highway 45. There are 3 restricted entry-exit points, namely the residential, the hospital, and the service entry. The vehicular and the pedestrian circulation inside the site is 6 meters and 3 meters wide respectively. On the southeastern corner, we have the hospital block, and on the northeastern corner, we have the residential apartment. Considering the bylaws of the area and NBC guidelines, we have achieved ground coverage of 15% and FAR achieved is 1.1. On purpose, we have kept the lawn area structure free except the landscape elements for future expansion. Our hospital building is rectangular in plan, having a central courtyard and cutouts at every floor, which will effectively facilitate the cross ventilation required for the disease. We have 4 vertical courts kept at the walking distance of 30 meters from every corner. This service course consists of 2 stairways, 4 lifts, and vertical shafts. A ramp of slope 1:12 will lead to the 7th floor, which is provided according to NBC Part 4 fire and life safety norms. A ramp of slope 1:10 will lead down to the basement for parking as per requirement. Now, there are 3 main entries to the building: the emergency, the OPD, and the main entry. The ground floor has the emergency department, the reception and waiting area, emergency isolation wards, OPD doctors units, minor OTs, and pharmacy. The first floor has a waiting area, virology department, research laboratories, conference room, and library. Throughout, the width of the corridors is kept 6 meters with stainless steel wall finishes. Now, the second floor has the anatomy and microbiology section, including diagnostics department. In the third floor, we have OTs, ICU, HDUs, and ICCU, along with COVID isolation wards. The fourth, fifth, and sixth floors have similar isolation wards, along with nurse stations and doctors' restrooms. All these isolation wards, waiting areas, corridors are naturally ventilated except for the OTs, ICU, and doctor's restroom, which will have individual AC units. Now, double-heighted connecting bridges are kept at second and the fifth floor for wing-to-wing connectivity. We have planned every facility keeping in mind the COVID and the post-COVID situations, as we have thought of not dismantling the building after the pandemic is over. So the isolation wards we have planned are supposed to accommodate 5 beds instead of 4 beds post-COVID. The 7th floor has single and twin sharing cabins with attached toilets. The section XX- shows the cross section of the connecting bridge made out of steel tubular sections, including staircase, lifts, and corridors, also made of steel members. The floor to floor height is 4.5 meters. If all the plans are observed carefully, it is seen that each and every department of the hospital is just like a piece, strategically placed and connected with one another within the structural grid and steel skin acting as the pod. Now, moving on to the next sheet, the perspective section as at YY- shows the details of how the structural framework will be made of readily available ISMB sections referring to the code IS 808. Composite RCC and steel frame will be used in the basement considering the code IS 11384. And precast concrete blocks will be used as flooring materials of 6 by 6 meters. And prefabricated PUF sandwiched panels will be used for the walls of sizes 6 by 3 and 6 by 6 meters. The external encasement will be made out of cotton steel plates joined and grouted to the main building using rectangular hollow sections and cleat handles. Next, we have the residential apartment plan, 1 and 3 BHK units, which will be provided to the users as per their needs. Every unit has a toilet rightly placed after the entrance door as per COVID guidelines in order to help the users sanitize themselves before entering their room. Now, as you can see in the next slide is the final design. Now, this final design is derived through a number of processes. To mention a few: fabrication at the factory, flat packing for delivery, delivery on site, assembling and installing at site, and then the final completion stage of the project. Having used 80% of steel in our design, it is the primary building material of our project. So few of the innovative ideas that we have come up with are: stainless steel bands of width 750 mm are placed at a height of 450 mm from the ground at highly touch prone areas, as this material has microbial and stain resistant property. Hospitals do use steam boilers for sterilization, humidification, and heating. In our project, we have used hollow conduits, replacing the I section only at strategic stations for the supply of steam. This is a step up for the faster construction. Now, as discussed earlier, wind chimes that we have used are made of hollow steel tubes and have internal striker which can be controlled manually. Now, these chimes are placed in the steel encasement in front of the patient's ward to generate some musical effect for the rapid healing. Next sheet, we have the glimpses of our site development. Now, the major challenge with this project was the timeline, where steel was to play a crucial role in achieving this scale of structure in such a short span of time. And we can proudly say that we could accept this challenge and put forward our best design. And with this, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you, jurors. And next, we have our walkthrough. you, Judas.
So team EA06, do you have anything more for presentation? Or have you completed?
So we have completed our presentation.
Okay, so are you ready for the question and answers? Questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Surely.
So I would request the juries to ask relevant questions to the team
Yes.
EA06. Over to juries now.
Right? Can I ask?
Yes, certainly, ma'am.
Anushrita and team, great work you have done. Nice work. Let me ask you, what is the size of your courtyard?
Ma'am, the size of the courtyard is 54 meters by 54 meters.
Okay. And what is the height of your building?
And the height of our building is 33.5 meters.
Okay, fine. Fine then. And let me ask you, you have used a steel envelope around the building, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What will you attribute it to? Like aesthetics, suppose if you wouldn't have given that, it is just an envelope for aesthetics, isn't it?
No, ma'am. Actually, our site is located in Andhra Pradesh, and we all know Andhra Pradesh is prone to cyclones, and also due to the hot and humid climate. So, to protect our building from these cyclonic winds, we have given this shell. Now, this, as you can see in this picture, ma'am, the shells, the steel plates have perforations in between them. This will help to cut the wind getting inside our building. And as because we have natural ventilation given to all the rooms, so it was necessary, also necessary for us to give the steel plates little perforations so as to allow natural wind get into the rooms.
Let me see the plans one. On your all your levels are connected with each other. On third floor, I think it is not.
Ma'am, not all our levels are connected to each other. The connection is only at the second floor and the fifth floor using a connecting bridge. Ma'am, there are actually, it's a concept of the two wings we have produced. These two wings are connected at certain floors. The reason for giving these two wings is to separate the crowd from different areas. Now, for example, in the second floor in the right wing, we have the anatomy sections and other diagnostic sections, and on the left wing we have the AC diagnostic sections. So obviously these two sections need connection, and that is the reason we have provided it. Now in the third floor we have ICU units and OTs in the right hand wing, and the left hand wing has the isolation wards. So we don't have as such any we don't require as such connections in between those two wings, so deliberately we haven't kept any connections.
Fine. On fourth floor, that is connected, right? Right?
No, ma'am. No, the fourth floor we have isolation wards. We are not connecting. We are having another connection in the fifth floor.
What about this? A fourth floor. Fourth floor I'm talking about. What
Yes,
is
ma'am.
the yellow part? That is a connection, no? No?
Yes, ma'am. That is a open balcony. That is a connection between through the corners.
Those are getting connected that.
Yes, ma'am.
And suppose on third floor, do you have, service course or lift? Two staircases are there, isn't it? Oh, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are there. Okay, so uh, nice planning also. Nice. Actually, you have used height difference. You've made height difference in residential block.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you do it?
Ma'am, we did it because deliberately to create views for the doctors due to the for so that they can heal with the nature. Now our site is in an area where it is surrounded by hills all on all the four sides. So if I keep such open terraces, they'll also get a view of the hills, and also they can have a free flow of wind from all the direction into their rooms.
Fine. And are your symptomatic patients being separated? I think it is.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
No, in the ground floor, or you've separated those? Have you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have separated them. Ma'am, in the ground floor, we have two entries, the main entry and the OPD entry. Now the OPD entry, ma'am, you can see in the ground floor, the whole floor is connected. So we have the doctor's unit on one side, and for patients who have to be admitted to the OT or emergency wards on a very emergency case, so we have a separate entry for them. Also, that entry can be accessed by the ambulance. So there would be no hindrance in their motion.
And what about, have you used AC or natural ventilation?
Ma'am, all the isolation wards and waiting areas, everything is naturally ventilated, because for COVID, as guidelines, it is necessary to provide natural ventilations. Only for OT, ICU, and doctor's restroom, we have provided AC units. Those are individual AC units.
Fine. Okay, thank you, Anushrita. Nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So next jury, if anybody has any question from the jury.
Yeah, Anushrita, it's a very
Yes,
good
sir.
presentation.
Thank you, sir.
The idea of corridor, idea of the courtyard, I like very much, because that's the place that binds the entire building together.
Yes,
So I
sir.
like that. I have only one question to ask you. You have given the screen of steel tubes to the building, and
Sir,
you
steel
said that,
plates.
yeah, but you said somewhere that some of them are tubes.
Sir, those are the wind chimes placed strategically along the isolation ward part.
Yeah.
I mean, few of the steel plates will be replaced using the steel wind chimes, so that when the wind flows from the southwest direction, they can strike and create some musical effects. Now, we know during heavy cyclonic time, this musical effect can irritate a patient too. So we
Yes.
have the control of this wind chime manually. So once such a calamity occurs, we will surely shut it down.
Okay, and you said some of the tubes will carry steam. What is that?
Sir,
Sir,
Yes.
sir, this is actually a two-pipe system. It's an innovative way that we have come across. Like we have planned the structural columns in such a way that in a general process, while constructing a building, these kinds of services like transportation of steam and electrical layouts are done afterwards. So to reduce this time of construction, we have thought of replacing some of these columns with hollow conduits, inside which we will be having these services pipes, which are, for example, the steam pipe layout. So so in the step of constructing this structural frame out, this services part is also erected. So it saves time.
Okay. Yeah, that I just wanted to know and clarify. All right. Thank you very much.
Any
Good
question from
design.
Mr. Bhattacharya?
It brings good memories because Vizag Steel Plant, for the design, I was long involved. The Vada railway station and Ukku Nagaram, so all very nice neighbors. Number one, your innovative ideas I like, but slightly from a practical point of view, keep in mind any steam delivery requires always insulation. So implementation may be very difficult. The idea you have come in a very nice way. So that is appreciated. But these sort of things implementation sometimes takes different because you require to maintain the temperature through the length of the journey of the steam. So insulation. So there can be things. In steel ideas, modularization things has come up. And like Dr. Ravindra, I was very impressed with the courtyard planning.
thank you, sir.
So if there is no question from the juries now, I would thank the team EA06